remember how Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, ordered for his troops to kill the male children of God's people? Well, Moses escaped from that when he was a baby because his mother placed him in a basket and he was sent to Egypt, right? Well, what did King Herod do? The same thing. He, just like the Pharaoh, he also had a decree to kill the male children when Jesus was a baby. And how did Jesus escape from that? Just like how Moses did. Jesus also was sent to Egypt as a baby. It's amazing. They both were babies. They both escaped from a decree to kill children, the children of God, and they both were sent to Egypt. Coincidence? No. Prophetic parallel. Let's keep going. Here's another one. When Moses began his work for God, his entire mission was to save the Israelites from slavery to the kingdom of Pharaoh. Well, Jesus said himself that his mission is to save mankind from slavery to the kingdom of Satan. Let's keep going. Moses left his royal status as a prince of Egypt and was willing to join the low status of his people in order to save them. In the same way, Jesus left from royalty in heaven, sitting at the right hand of the Father, to join the low status of humanity in order to save us. Man, let's keep going. Why slow down now? Okay, check this out. Moses spent 40 days fasting on the mountain in preparation for what God would have him to do. Jesus also spent 40 days fasting in the wilderness on the mountains to prepare for what God would have him to do. It's all a parallel, man. Okay, now, this is big. I'm about to share another one. This is huge. Follow me here, okay? So, Moses performed signs and wonders, and the people believed in him because of it. But after he went on the mountain to meet God, and he took a long time to return, the people started to turn on him. They started to wonder, where is God and where are the miracles and wonders that we saw earlier? And many of them stopped believing because they began to think that Moses would never come back. Well, in the same way, Jesus also performed mighty miracles and signs and wonders. And when he was resurrected, he went up to Mount Zion at the right hand of God. And just like in the story of Moses, many today wonder, where is Jesus? Is he coming back? Why is he taking so long? Which is exactly what the Israelites said about Moses. And many today are saying the same thing. They are also saying that, hey, we don't see a lot of miraculous signs today. We don't see people walking on water today. We don't really see a lot of the things that we saw or heard about. Where are the miraculous signs? And that's exactly what the Israelites said. They said, we saw these miraculous signs, but now we're out here in the wilderness. We're not seeing a lot of stuff like this. Moses has left us. We don't know when he's coming back. And they turned on him. In the same way, Jesus said that the wicked generation before his return would say the same thing. They would say, where's his return? And they would say, we want to see signs. We want to see wonders. But Jesus said that the wicked generation will demand a sign. But the only sign that they will be given is the sign of Jonah. And the sign of Jonah refers to his resurrection and his return. Jesus was telling them the sign that will be the greatest of all signs will be when I am resurrected and when I return. But friends, we better be on his side before that happens. You want more? Let's keep going. Another prophetic parallel. When the Israelites turned away from God and worshiped idols, Moses asked God to forgive them. And when Moses was talking with God, he even offered his own life for the salvation of his people. Well, in a similar way, when Jesus went to the right hand of the Father, he also offered his own life for us. But Jesus, he truly did die for the sins of the world. Let's just do one last one, okay? One more. It took the death of Pharaoh's firstborn son for the kingdom of Egypt to lose its grip on God's people and set them free. Well, it took the death of God's firstborn son, Jesus, to make the kingdom of darkness lose its grip on God's people and set us free. Man, it's amazing. The story of Moses foretold that it would be the loss of a firstborn son that would lead to the freedom of God's people. Before Jesus was born, thousands of years, his entire life was predicted in the Old Testament. Look, if you're listening to this, share this with as many people as you can. If you got to go to Facebook and post this in groups, or if you have to spread this to people at your church, do what you have to do. But if you have friends who are not believers, let them see this. They have got to see that everything Jesus said he is, everything he prophesied that he would do, it was written thousands of years before he was born. It ain't coincidence. Excuse my bad grammar. It's prophecy.